Hey y'all, it's Jay Simone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I make videos on beauty, hair, fashion, and lifestyle. If you're interested in any of that kind of content, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Now let's get into it. Today I just wanted to do a little sit down video because it's been this hot topic going around social media about whether or not a woman should require a man to be monogamous if she is not going to be able to keep up with his sex drive once they have made that commitment. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all watch this clip, and then I'm going to come back and let y'all know what I think about all of this.
I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want
but
something, but not...
You right now, you're dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But...
You didn't press me to... Are you going to lie now to the people because we're talking about sex?
DeVal,
you're going to lie now to the people?
DeVal. Knowing
Kadeen, you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I want it and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I
That's
not?
up to you, bro.
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to
me.
Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before, because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
Now let's go back to what you asked me. You said to me you never pressured me to get married. In 2007, we were living together, right? You said you no longer wanted to live with me and shack up with me because you wanted to be my wife, not my girlfriend.
Right, because I wanted to know where
that
the relationship was
That don't sound
going.
like pressure to you?
It sounds like me voicing where I see my life going. It sounds like me saying, this is what I would like. You can decide to meet me there. If not, we can reevaluate what exactly we're doing.
Okay. Additionally,
would I call it pressure per se? Not necessarily pressure.
It is pressure. But you don't want to say it's pressure. What about being engaged?
You might have felt pressure.
What about being
engaged? There was
engaged?
no pressure behind it.
I said, we don't got to rush to get married. You said, I don't want to be engaged longer than a year. Is that not pressure?
That's me voicing my opinion about it.
Sounds like pressure to me. So you say you want to be engaged, I get engaged. You say you want to be married within a year. We do that. We get married, then you make it seem like sex is a chore to your husband. Once again, I ask the question, why do women who push forth monogamy on the man they're dating then get overwhelmed when that man who tries to provide that monogamy to you? Why do you get upset when we're trying to be what you want us to be? You don't want me to be with no one else, right? Right? I'm asking. This is a serious question.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want me to be with no one else.
Absolutely.
So if I decide that all this testosterone I have, I want to give to you, why is this so overwhelming now? This is what you asked for.
I did not realize that after having children, after, career changes, all of the turbulences that we've been through in life, that was going to have a direct effect on my...
Okay, so y'all just watched that clip. And I would like to start off by saying that I do feel like it is very important for a wife to satisfy her husband sexually. I do feel like it is a part of marriage. Like, a man is obviously in need of satisfaction. I feel like as a woman, we can and tend to look at sex as like the icing on top of the cake. And men tend to look at it as like the whole cake, right? But my problem with this whole narrative is that it implies that only one person actually wants monogamy and the other person is just looking to have somebody to hump on whenever they feel like it, you know. And I just feel like as a woman, I can see how Kay, his wife, feels like they've been together for 18 years, I believe, and they have been married for 10. So before they even got married, they were together for 8 years. And I mean, he was talking about pressure and how she pressured him, but I mean, they were together for 8 years before she actually even said anything. They were together for 8 years, living together for what, I think a year or something like that, which they didn't say any of this in that clip I just showed y'all, but I watched the whole video. So I just got a little bit extra information, which I suggest y'all go and watch the video. It's actually really good. And I do feel like it was kind of eye-opening. I do think that it will make people think about marriage a little bit more and have these discussions within your relationships, which I think is important. So anyways, like I was saying, they had been living together for a year and some change or whatever before she had brought up the fact that, like, you know, where is this going? Like, I'm trying to be married. And I just feel like after 8 years of being together, I don't necessarily think that that is pressure. I think that that is her saying, like, I've been in this relationship for 8 years. We live together. Like, you're getting all of the benefits of a wife. So I want the title. And I don't think that she's wrong for that. Now, my problem is, I'm sorry if y'all can hear my neighbor. He out there doing something. Neighbors. But like, my problem is he's saying that she pressured him after 8 years of a relationship. They live together. She is doing everything that a wife would do. She wants the title, and rightfully so. But he could have easily said, you know what, Kay, I don't want to be married. Like, I don't want to be married. And then with that information, she could have acted accordingly. Like, I just feel like that's kind of a cop out. Like, don't sit up here and say like you was pressuring me, or you was doing the most to get me to propose to you, and then after I proposed, like, you wanted to rush the marriage. Like, don't do that, because I just feel like it just makes it seem like he didn't really want to get married. Like, he just felt like he had to get married. And like, I don't think that you should get married if you don't want to. On a man's part and on a woman's part, I feel like that is a very delicate union. Like, I just feel like that is such a serious commitment that you really need to want that. Like, I don't feel like you should feel pressure from your significant other and then you give in to that pressure, like, oh, well, I'm gonna just do it because she's giving me an ultimatum, which is kind of what he said. Like, she gave him an ultimatum, and it's like, yeah, because I've been with you for 8 years, my guy. Like, we need to keep it moving, or I'm gonna keep it moving. So in this video, he also did mention that their sex life wasn't mad popping before. Like, they weren't having sex every single day, even before they were married. And then after they had kids, I guess it slowed down some more. And then after they had more kids, it slowed down some more. And just with time, it just doesn't happen every single day. Like, he wants to have sex every single day. Like, she just doesn't have that sex drive because she is probably the sole caretaker. I'm not saying that he doesn't help out with his kids, and I'm not saying that he's a bad dad. I'm just saying that a mom is usually the one that gets the kids ready for bed, gets the kids ready in the morning, gets the kids ready for school, does lunch, does dinner, does breakfast, does snacks. And she's also the one who's usually doing the cleaning. She's the one that is usually keeping the house in order. She's the one that's usually making sure that things are running smoothly within the family. Like, she is the glue that is holding that thing together. And you also want her to be your cook, your maid, your slut. Like, you want her to be everything, and sometimes that gets very exhausting. And the truth is that when a woman has kids, the husband just takes the back seat. Like, I'm sorry, but you take the back seat. Like, the kids' needs come first, and then your needs come second. And I'm sure that there are many men and many women who personally feel like the husband should come before the children. I just am not that kind. I personally feel like, as a mother, my children will come first. Like, I need to make sure that they're straight, and then I can make sure that you're straight. And at the end of the day, like, who is making sure that the mom is straight? Like, who is making sure she's good? You know, and you're having problems with your wife not wanting to have sex as much as you, maybe what you can do is run her a nice warm bath with some rose petals and candles. Get her relaxed, get her in the mood. Like after a very long day, have her favorite show playing, have the bed made. Like just do a little bit extra. Give her a massage. And I mean, I know it's like, well, why I gotta be the one to do extra? But it's just, the fact is that women's sex drive is just not ongoing like men. Like a man is ready, they on go. And I don't know why. I don't know why that they are on go like that. But women just, sometimes it takes a little bit more. It takes a little bit more finesse. It takes a little bit more foreplay. Like it takes a little bit more to get your woman in the mood. But I feel like as her man, you should know what gets her there. And no, I'm not talking about being all up in her face, kissing on her. Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about acts of kindness, acts of love, like those kinds of things. Maybe you can make dinner that night, maybe you could get the kids ready for bed so that she can have a little me time. And then after she's done with her me time, y'all can have some us time. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this whole monogamy situation. Monogamous means that you're only romantically involved with one person. And that one person is your girlfriend, your man, your husband, your wife, whatever. So basically what he's saying is that if my wife can't keep up with me sexually, why would she want me to be monogamous? But I'm gonna give y'all this little lame example. Let's say that I wanted my man to buy me fresh flowers every single day, and he was like, you doing too much. Like, I'm not about to go buy you fresh flowers every day. And another man comes along, he's like, you know what? That ain't no problem for me. I'll buy you fresh flowers every day. And so your wife comes home with fresh flowers. This is for the men. Your wife comes home with fresh flowers every day. You're like, where'd you get those? And she's like, oh, Dave gave them to me. And you're sitting there like, Dave? Who? And she's like, you didn't want to buy me fresh flowers every day, so Dave's gonna do it. Niggas will lose their mind. Like they not gonna have it. But when it comes to sex, we can make, and I know it's just a hypothetical, and I'm sure that he's not about to cheat on his wife. Well, I hope he's not about to go cheat on his wife. But it's like, let's just put it into those kind of perspectives. Don't come to me talking about no fucking, you don't know why I want you to be monogamous because I don't want to have sex every single day. He also said in that video that they do have sex 3 to 4 times a week. A week is 7 days. My guy, like you're getting sex more than you're not getting sex. Yes and no. Like a woman is not there just for your sexual conquest. If you marry the right woman, if you have a wife and she is a good wife, you're getting so much more than sex from her. Okay, baby boy, let me say that one more time. Let me run that back. If you marry the right woman, her value is so much more than sex. So much more. She is giving you so much more than sex, and you shouldn't even miss the days that you don't get to have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a marriage is more than sex. Like you don't just get married to have a sex partner every day. Like that's not where you get married. You get married for love. You get married for companionship. You get married for to have a life mate, to have somebody to do this with you forever. A helpmate. There we go. That's what I meant. A helpmate. Somebody that's gonna do this with you forever. Somebody that is gonna make the hard times a little less hard and the good times even better. You get what I'm saying? Like, or at least that's what I'm looking for when I get married, and that's what I hope that my man gets for me when I become a wife. I guess if it was me, I would just kind of feel away if my man was complaining about sex when I know that I'm giving him the best that I have in this moment, because at the end of the day, sex drive is going to be, it's an up and down thing. Like one day Deval, his sex drive isn't going to be as high as it is, and he's going to need his wife to be understanding, because I hear that a woman's sexual prime is in her 40s. Ooh. So with that being said, maybe he's going to slow up and she's going to speed up, and then she's going to have to be the understanding one. And I feel like a man just needs to be understanding. And I also feel like it's super important for men to take control of their penis. Can I say penis? Yeah, they need to take control of their little soldier. That's what we'll call him. It's their little soldier. take control of that. Like, don't let that run you. That's very unattractive. Like, when a man is just like, I need it, begging and stuff, like, that's not cute. That's not cute. Don't no woman want no man that can't get himself under control, that can't go without it. Like, that's unattractive. And it does make you think, like, well, damn, is he gonna go cheat on me because he can't even get himself together? And some nights your woman is just, and then I know what y'all thinking, like, well, why can't she just have sex with her husband every night? Like, that is her husband. Like, yes, it's her husband, but at the end of the day, like, sometimes bitches be tired. Like, bitches be tired, and it's just like, it's not the last thing that you want to do, but the first thing you want to do is go to sleep and lay down. And it's just like, he wants you and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And that's all it be, really, honestly. If I had to speak on behalf of all women that don't want to have sex every single night, it's just tiredness. Like, and sometimes you can fight that tiredness and you just be like, let's just get this work and then we could get some good sleep. But other nights it's like, dang, I just really can't. I don't have no more go left in me. And I can only imagine with 3 kids. Y'all have 1 child. 1. I can only imagine with 3. And the fact is that she helps him run this business. They have this whole empire they've built together. They're probably mad busy. They probably have a very extensive work schedule and a very extensive home schedule. The kids are not in school right now, babe. So I don't know. I just feel like if you're in a marriage and your wife is having some decreased sexual desires, I think that if it really means that much, then you should go that extra mile to get her there. You should, pull a few tricks out your sleeve or whatever. And I feel like that you should make that happen. You should find out what turns her on, what gets her going, what revs her engine. That's your job as her husband. As her husband that wants to have sex every night, it's your job to get her there. And all you ladies, I don't know if maybe you're younger, maybe you're older. Think about this before you get married. Think about this. Think about how you have to dedicate certain parts of yourself to another person and talk to that person about what that means to them. Because I think that those are conversations that you don't even think to have. Like, what is our sex life going to look like? What do you want our sex life to look like? What is going to keep you happy? And what do you think that you can come up with? I just think that I'm really glad that these kind of conversations are going on now, because it just, I don't know, it gives couples like something to talk about. Ooh, would that be like a fun thing to do? Like, bring my boyfriend and we could like do like couple advice videos. That don't go with my niche. Whatever. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's it for this video. Could y'all please let me know what y'all think? Like, do y'all think that it's a woman's job to satisfy her man no matter what? Or monogamy is out the window? Or so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, y'all. Please hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.